Hey, Scott Grove here. Welcome again back to lesson number 3 here on my acoustic guitar channel. Last time we finished up our D chords and did a lot of fun stuff on the G's. Did some cool and how to do some things on the 2nd fret with our first finger. So I'm going to do a quick visit to that, and then we'll go to A, which has so many things to do that I'm going to need the majority of this 20 minutes to show you what you can do with an A chord, because this is flipping wild. Okay, the A chord is a huge thing in guitar playing, and it can be used over the entire guitar, so pay very close attention to what I do when I go to the A chord, because you can play all that stuff anywhere on the guitar. I will release those secrets to you as we go, but it is one of the more important ones, as was the D. The D, A, and the F are probably the most important chords as far as what fingers move around everywhere. So it's going to be this A chord coming up in just a second that I need you to really pay attention to. Okay, last time we did those G's, and again, use pull-offs and hammer-ons. And you can take it out of G mode. By this I mean get rid of these fingers and work on other stuff until you get back to the chord again. You don't always have to keep the chord in place and go back and do that with the D thing. You don't have to keep the entire chord in place. So I'm going to get rid of everything but these two guys. Okay, if you want that really quick, I'll give that to you really quick. And that will be open D. Okay, so you got G, up, down, then you go to getting rid of that finger on the low E string. So you're playing 2nd fret, B string, I'm sorry, B note. Take that off. Now you're playing the D string open. Okay, so you got, okay, now you're actually putting your first finger on the 2nd fret of your D string. Now you're adding your middle finger to the 3rd fret of the G string. Back to this 2nd one. Open. So it's until you're back to your chord. So you're taking a chord apart, deconstructing it one note at a time, then going through this, now backwards. And a really cool one is to add hammer-ons and pull-offs where you can. There's A string, hammer on, D, so you got that's hammer on, now hammer on and a D string. Okay. So if you just want to go, so you just play the bass line. The same notes you were playing, just playing one note at a time. And then come in with the chords, or the strumming. And, or this. So now you're just adding more and more of that G stuff that I showed you. Okay? It's just a little more flavor flav. Okay? And we'll get through more stuff because that's what we do. This A chord. Okay. 2 ways to play it. Your book, or whatever you've ever done, says to do it with 3 fingers, all on the 2nd fret, and using your first finger on the D string, 2nd fret, your middle finger on the G string, 2nd fret, and your 3rd finger, or your ring finger, on the 3rd fret on the B string. Okay? And again, Mr. Thumb, make that low E string shut up. But you play 5 strings. Okay? If you do not have your G string tuned a little bit flat, or your other ones, this chord's going to sound horrible if you have your guitar tuned like I told you on the very first introduction video. That's what it's called, the introduction. If you need to find it, then it will sound really bad. Otherwise, okay? Now, when you are in this mode, because you will also be able to play it this way, where you just cover it with 1 finger, okay? That's called a bar, spelled B-A-R-R-E, not the local bar where your dad's down there drunk and won't come home. Not that one, okay? Might be your mom down there, who knows? Maybe they'll meet again tonight for the first time ever. They just keep meeting each other every week down there and forget who they are. Okay, so while we're here, you can pick up that one. Okay, so on your B string, pick it up. Okay, and let's go ahead and pull this one up on your D string. Not one you use a lot, but just to let you know, you can pull all these up. The one in the middle is used normally to change, let everybody know you're getting ready to change chords. Okay? Then you know there's going to be another chord after that. That's called an A7. So that takes the main note, that's an A, and goes down 2 frets. You can do that with any chord. Take the chord that it's actually named after, or I'm sorry, the note that it's named after, go backward 2 frets, and that's what it'll change to. You can see that's a G, open G string. So it's, so by using your brain, that's a G note right here. We were playing G earlier. There's a G. We just did, which is a G. So you can actually, instead of doing that, you can add your pinky to that G. And that will be an A7. Right to your D chord. You already know that one. So you're in A. Right, switches into G. Go to D. Back to your A. Okay, or you could pick up the middle finger. Okay, so very cool. Rewind if you need it. Got a lot of information here to get to. Okay, so no dilly-dallying. So you have or like that. In its context, you can see how that one actually sounds good when you're doing that. Okay, so cool things like that. It's just all about how you feel. Your feelings are transferred to here. Don't let everything I play influence you other than the notes. You can, use little basic rhythms I use, but play what you feel and don't be afraid to express that in whatever it takes to make that happen. Throw all the rules out the window. Use these as a basic guide. I did not teach Hendrix to play. He taught me. Everybody else taught me because I learned from what they did by having to sound it out. I didn't have a teacher. You have a teacher here. You have teachers everywhere for free. Pick up different things from some of them. Some of them not too bright, some of them very annoying like me. But use what you can from other people and trust yourself the most. I mean, get these basics down and then turn off all your lights, lay on your back in a room somewhere in the dark, and you conjure up all kinds of really cool stuff when you can't see the neck on your guitar. Best thing to do is look away anytime you can. Okay? Back to when we have our fingers in this particular A position. This is not where all the fun is. So we got a lot of stuff to do really quick. You can put your pinky down, 3rd fret, B string. Okay? So you have, I'm not playing the high E string. Okay? I'm actually putting my finger down in here to shut it up. Then just taking that finger off on the B string. So pull off, pinky, you're like, what was that? Low E string, hammer onto the 2nd fret. Now back to the A note. Just all that little stuff comes together. Okay, so you have to go to a 7th. You can do this, which means you're getting ready to change a chord, just like I showed you before. Or okay, now we get to, that's about all you can reach with that, because here's the important stuff for the next 6.5 minutes, is making it like this. Okay, again, 1st finger is going to not be on the A string, it's going to be on the 3 strings that you had fretted, the D, G, B, and yes, it is on the E, and it needs to be pressed down as well. Do whatever it takes to make this happen. If it hurts, take your guitar and get it fixed, or learn how to fix your guitar for free. That's very easy to do. But herein lies all the money notes and a real huge key to how to play guitar all over the place here in a second. Okay, so I want you to play A string, D string, G string, B string. Okay, play all those. We're not hitting the E string yet because it will sound horrible. Okay, so play everything but that. So neither E string gets played until it sounds good. If your G strings sounds out of tune, bend it up, and I bet it will be fine. I'm just going to check it and check my whole guitar. It's been a few lessons since I've even looked at my tuning. Again, keep on picking through it and keep these wound ones a little bit, tiny bit on the flat side. Every time you tune your guitar, stretch it and then tune it again. Every time. Okay, so sounds beautiful. Ain't nothing like a perfectly tuned guitar. Okay, here we go. Once you get all those playing and sounding great, here come all the things you can do. This is just part. I'm going to show you on this hand. You play the corresponding note, of course, at the other end, but being that I'm showing you from here, I'll just put it here. So you're going to use your ring finger going from, okay, you get the A note. You can actually go A from the A to 2, 4, and then even do open D. So, okay, so remember those are there to use if you want them. Okay, from there, that is just yours to go back and get. I gotta roll on. Are these notes. You're going to be playing with your ring finger, your third finger on the 4th fret of these. So you can do it again. I already did it once on the A string. Do it as a hammer on or whatever on your D string. Now on the G string. So we got both of them. Do both of them. Take a pinky and a ring finger and do both of them at the same time. It's not always about putting one finger down. Or whatever you feel like. I showed you 4, 2, open, or that way. Okay, we're not even close to done. Now when we go to the B string, we're going to change things because of the way the guitar is tuned. We're going to do, of course, the one that's already there on the B string. Going to use our middle finger on your first dot, meaning or whatever, 3rd fret. Okay. And then pinky all the way up to the 5th fret. Okay. So do whatever. I want you to hear all those. Again, it's not going to come right away because this is a biggie. But it's very natural. Your fingers are not too short, they're not too fat, they're not too skinny, and your fingers aren't too short. This can be done by 4-year-old children that I have taught that have no problem with this. Okay? So you'll get there. Don't let anything frustrate you. Okay, so you're going from 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, all on the B string. Everything else you can just pick. Okay, moving on. I have to do this. On the next finger, or set of fingers, you're actually going to play your E string now. We're going to do 5, 4, open. It's not actually open, it's still just the fretted at the second. So you have 5, 4, open, now 5, 3, that note, now 4, now that note, 4, now 4, 2, open. So you got every Christmas song in the world, every song you've ever heard. Don't matter. It's in that, okay? So here's the last thing. You go learn it yourself, and I'll have a big review on this one. Now you have a lot to do along with it. And all that. So there's tons there, work on it. And that one I will work on again on the next lesson. And then we'll work on putting those 3 chords together and making all kinds of sense. Okay, once again, Scott Grove. And happy practicing. Take care.